up in the morning, I want you to go to the mirror, and I want you to look yourself in the eyes and say, fuck you. Fuck your hopes, fuck your dreams, fuck all the good you thought this life was gonna bring you. Now let's go out here and try to make this bitch happy. New Tigolo, new Tigolo, new Tigolo, new Tigolo. Up early with the sun and the stars, 6 a.m. ring the alarm. Weatherman say it's 90 today, but it's gon' feel like 100 tomorrow. So throw some fresh water under the arms. Bullshit soon as I come in the job. Boss hit me with the news like a box cutter under the jaw. Said they just had a meeting and about 300 of y'all are getting fired cause we been defunded. Can't say I didn't even see it coming. I always knew that one day they'd find a way to throw me to the wolves. And once they came into my room on that Friday afternoon, I was thinking, why y'all faggot ass niggas couldn't find me on Monday? I know it's not sane, but yo, I'm just saying. Everybody prays for the day they see the light, but the light at the end of the tunnel is a train. $5 gas and poverty rates are rising much higher than your hourly rate. So if you thinking about quitting, you should probably wait, cause everybody gotta do a fucking job they hate. Go and live out your dreams, that's what they telling. Fam in my ear all day and they yelling. Keep it real, Tay, and don't ever sell out. But how the fuck you sell out when ain't nobody selling? Tired of playing with y'all. I wanna fight the good fight, but it ain't paying me, dog. NC, VA. To my man still hustling hard, trying to get it at whatever the cost, wherever you're at or whoever you are. That's me. All day, it's like chasing a high. You just wanna get a hit, just wanna get a taste, just wanna benefit. Every day you wake up, there's the legitimate struggle between doing what's right or just doing some nigga shit. Baby bro wrote me, say it feel like he lost me. I'm like, dude, I'm trying, back the fuck up off me. My single friends say, tell your family's beautiful. I'm like, if y'all niggas only knew what it cost me. This shit don't come with no blueprints. And with every change, it seems more like a game you can never win. I tell my peoples I ain't rich, but this harvest is the farthest from broke a nigga ever been. Go for your dreams, that's what they telling. Fam in my ear all day and they yelling. Keep it real, Tay, and don't ever sell out. But what the fuck is selling out if ain't nobody selling? Shit. Tired of playing with y'all. I'm trying to fight the good fight, but they ain't paying me, dog. NC, VA. To my man still hustling hard. Where you at or whoever you are. Cornstar pennies out of the jar all day, nigga. Y'all remember that shit, no? Yo, back with that new to tell you where I come from. Sing a song so I could never be unsung. They think I'm on some being fair weather. It's just my unsum. But don't care whether you shake your tail feathers or your pom-poms. Razor sharp, nigga, bong bong. It's a bad time to be an MC if you ain't rhyming right. I spit that China white, nigga, call it Hong Kong. Hit the city to see one of my schoolmates. Making 6 figures, but she still got a roommate. Just to have a downtown apartment and some outfits. And you asking why I never leave the South? Shit. Take some time to dream. Peace of mind's a delightful thing. This is the life of kings.
And we got it.
Yes, sir. Hey.
Hey, that's a cut. So we're gonna have to set up for Crit next. Ev missed his flight, so it's kind of, you know, where rappers have to go straight to Crit.
I know the verse.
Ma, I ain't putting you in no video. Ma, no, just no.
But I know the verse. Real talk, I know the verse.
Yo, people be confused how I move with the utmost respect, and yet I get my due. And true, I got nothing to prove, could be my new objective, but let's not object to truth. On days like these, I count my blessings and say my dreams out loud when I wake up. The voice up inside of my head telling Ev, let's get on the day and out of this bed. Kissed my mother, gave my daughter a pound. Then she hugged me, then she turned around. In my times, the life of a king is undefinable. The closest we might get is pressed up to the vinyl, though. Shit, take some time to dream. Peace of mind's a delightful thing. This is the life of kings.
Tigolo, Big Chris Now some consider me a tyrant, cause I'd rather push chariots dodging them sirens, trunk beating like violence, searching for me a vibrant thing. More concerned with what books I read than what side I claim. Got a vision to be veteran, with a future brighter than a writer deciphering light by Thomas Edison. Plus you remind me of a derelict, relishing on relishments, too busy throwing rocks at my throne to find a cheddar sip. I'm the type of king you probably see Coretta with. Country bred, country raised and intelligent. Rosebud lifestyle and yours is peddlers. The hand of God and mine you shouldn't meddle with. My reign's benevolent. Ever since I fell out the womb, I was destined to conquer melodies. So take some time to dream. Peace of mind's a delightful thing. This is the life of kings.
Big Crit. EV.
This is the life of kings.
And new Tigolo, new Tigolo, new Tigolo, new Tigolo, new Tigolo, new Tigolo. This is the life of kings. Feel good. Good like oxtails from Lee's Kitchen, nigga. Gia.
This is the life of kings.
And new Tigolo, new Tigolo, new Tigolo, new Tigolo.
Yo, baby.
Baby!
Let's do it. Let's start this thing. Oh! Hold on, let me take off.
So we just what if things we can't we have to either
Yeah,
look
we're gonna
at
put
the camera
exactly.
or
What up? Let's come
look at
like this.
ourselves.
Exactly here. If I put this over here, that's gonna be too much. We're gonna put it right here. We started it. Okay, there it is.
hey.
What up, yo? This is we were having some issues with Instagram. We usually do a thing on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And we were just trying to think of new ways to get creative and come up with some stuff and have some fun.
Yeah.
And so this is the resulting first effort, yo. We started off with this thing we're calling it
Saturday Night Cartoons.
and it's Saturday night cartoons, but
Actually, it's
Effort-
going to be Saturday morning
cartoons,
cartoons,
probably,
but
yeah.
we're still trying to figure out the lighting situation.
Exactly.
And we were just like, Billy was just like, let's just do it tonight.
yeah.
yeah.
Let's just do tonight just to kind of try it out and and see how it works and see if it works. And so far it's looking good, We're gonna test some stuff out
Yeah.
and have some fun and like combine some stuff. We were thinking like a interesting, fun kind of variety kind of thing where we come up with different scenarios and games, and we play them, and then also like I draw and do animation, so we're gonna do some animation, and she's really dope with the improv. We both do that, so look like we can kind of play around, and we'll see what's up.
Yeah, I think it's just us trying out our things. We have the great Dolly Parton looking over our shoulders, blessing this, endeavor. I feel like she would be like, yeah, try it,
Go for it.
Exactly. We got a lot of great stories
Why
to tell
not?
and whatnot. And this is what we do on Saturday nights.
Yeah, right?
Sometimes just like
Just sit around
try out
and,
things
like,
and
come up
talk
with
and
stuff.
have like
Exactly.
great
Let me put this
combos.
way.
It's excellent.
All right.
Um,
Whoever's watching now, thanks for. I mean, this is really the first go at this. We're
I
out
know,
here.
we're still figuring it out.
We're out here figuring it out. So I gotta focus right here.
I'm so impressed that you've like set this up. This seems like
Yep.
so high tech. Oh my gosh. I don't
Check
know
it out.
why.
They not even ready. Watch this. High tech. Watch this.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. So yeah, like actually one of the cool things I wanted to do was to see if maybe just to start it off, let's start with what we were just watching, the Ted Lasso joint. I don't know who watches Ted
Yeah,
Lasso.
I'm like, Apple
really
TV has been having some excellent programming recently. Yeah, I love Ted Lasso. I feel like Billy's like a mix of like Ted in that he's like a great leader and inspirational and so cool and fun and kind and
Check that out.
witty and funny. That was dope, baby. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now you can see his screen. This is Billy's screen.
Exactly.
But also you're like Roy Kent in that, you're like athletic and sexy and have like a gravelly voice and
Yes, I'm Roy Kent.
and you're like a softie.
I think he plays that up. I gotta see him in
Exactly,
an
he
interview.
does.
I want to see the actor in an interview. I love that show though. It's a great show, and really great messages all the time, and they really kind of like play with the complexity of like situations. They get into people's the psychology behind it, and I love it. So
Yeah, totally. Agreed.
so cool.
So
So we got Ted Lasso. I figured I would just kind of like play around like the typical way I would.
I
And
love
draw,
it.
and then let's see what's up. So
What do you mean by that? What's the typical way you draw? And like, what
Yeah.
are you?
I'm gonna take an image here. This is Blender, by the way. I'm always plugging Blender because it's such a crazy tool.
It's free. I remember you
It's
saying
100% free, and it's just an insane.
Ted.
Right, yeah.
Jason Sudeikis.
Jason Sudeikis, he really hit it out the park with this show. I love this show.
Yes, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Good character development and handling things with kindness. I feel like that's like rare. And like allowing people their like foibles and like, humanness and it's great.
Yeah.
Also, have y'all had Billy's accent?
Have you heard my accent? Man, I don't,
It's quite good.
it's got a bit of an accent,
Yeah, I like it.
I've tricked a few people. Some people have definitely thought that I was.
People from England,
From England, for
from
sure.
London.
I've had a bit
were
of
like,
conversation
"Oh, shit."
until they start asking for details. Then it gets a little weird for me.
Yeah, where you from?
Yeah, exactly. I say Brixton is what I say, and there is a place called Brixton, but
I
I
love
don't.
it. What's it like?
What's Brixton like? It's a bit, the weather's a bit bad. It's always raining.
Oh, crazy. Place in England, yeah. What
Yeah.
would Ted Lasso
See, that's
say
a
about
cheap.
Brixton? How would he
What
describe
Ted Lasso like? Well, Brixton, it's a nice place.
it?
Seems like a nice place. People seem nice.
It's like a mix between an Arby's and a
That's right. It sounds like a cool ass metaphor.
Dairy Queen, aka Heaven
I'd say
or something. He's so much wittier, of course, but I guess he has a team of writers working and editing to make sure he's fucking hilarious. But I love it, and I feel like you're inclined to that too. You're like just so fun to
Yeah.
chit chat with. Ugh, love that. Yeah,
you,
that's his
baby.
hairline.
I like to start like this and just kind of start playing with stuff.
Cool. You have like a base.
Exactly. Exactly.
Have you always like? When did you get into like drawing? Were you a doodler when you were a kid?
I was a doodler. Let's see. I want to like overdo it a little bit here. Let me see. I was a doodler. I had a friend named Carlos De Leon. I remember from middle school, who was the dopest like artist that I knew at the time, and I was in this art class. I was at Mark Twain was my middle school. It was in Coney Island, and they had an art thing, and Carlos was like sick, and he drew this thing about the future where the Statue of Liberty, and it was all crazy. And he drew it with like charcoal, and he was just sick with it. So
Dope.
I like drawing. I did it as a kid, but never really. At some point I departed, and like football took me a whole different other route. So.
Well, glad you found your way back.
Yeah, baby.
Is Mark Twain from New York?
Good to be back. I don't know. I'm not
That would be
sure.
cool. I bet there's so many cool people from New York. I'm like never surprised when someone else I'm like, is in the
You are
news.
such a New York. Y'all need
Yo.
to see Sheba with New York. She's in the train station, like swinging around on stuff. It's a
The
little
subway,
embarrassing.
it's so cute. They're beautifully tiled, like walls that say, this is where you are. I'm like, oh, so cute.
Walls that say this is where you are.
Yeah, it's like, what's a station? Grand Central, that's one, right?
Yeah.
It's got on the wall when you're on the train, you can like see out onto the wall, and it's like beautiful old timey tile, like
Yeah.
colorful tile saying the station.
Yeah.
That's like,
They all
oh,
do that. Yeah, a lot
that's
of
beautiful.
A lot of the stations
Wow.
are like that. Yeah.
So cute.
It's just so-
Love it. It's just like, you know, really cool. Everyone I know there is always so like interesting in themselves, and
Yeah, yo, you got a cool group of friends. I got a cool group of friends I gotta introduce you to. More. I don't really go to New York as much, but you know.
yeah.
Especially now, obviously, COVID and stuff's been crazy. you know?
Yeah, I think we've only been twice during COVID.
Yeah.
I guess it's still kind of, but it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away
Yeah,
now
exactly.
that we're in Baltimore. It's like 3 hours away.
Exactly.
2.5 the way I drive. Just kidding. Now it's still 3, unfortunately, but it's so fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yo.
Love this so far.
Is this coming together?
It is
kinda
because
like
he doesn't
his eyes
have
look
like
scary.
the details in. He looks angry.
Yeah, he does look angry.
Which
right
is like
now.
the opposite of like what he.
What
This
he
is
does.
Led Tasso.
This is Led Tasso,
I
which is
know.
a real alter ego in the show.
So funny. Love that. I think that's a useful tool. Having an alter ego for like things you're, you know, when you want a different effect, you know,
Yeah.
having an alter ego. Is
I
like,
agree.
you know,
I agree.
Sasha Fierce.
Beyonce talks
you
about
will.
that exactly. Yeah. But a lot of athletes talk about that too, but they don't speak about it different. They speak about it differently, I guess. You know, they talk about getting into a zone rather than like becoming a different person. You know. And I remember, I think it was
Donald Arnold.
No,
Very weird name.
Aaron Donald of the Rams.
Still kinda
I remember
weird.
watching a pregame of him, yo, and he was just like talking to himself while pregaming, and I was like, wow, you know. And he was like, see it, come on, man, come on, see it. And he was talking like he was getting himself so hype, and I was like, he's changing who he is. He's changing himself for the next couple of hours, but we don't, again, like, you know, we don't always talk about it that way. So
Yeah, interesting.
alter egos, I fuck with that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give him some pupils. Let's see here. And I know I want the pupils to move, so I'm gonna put them on a different layer. So right now everything's on that layer. I'm gonna call it head layer.
The layer, you're gonna like do this in layers. I don't know what you mean by that.
We can separate layers out. So these are layers here. We can separate layers out so that I can draw different things on different layers, especially stuff that I know is gonna move. So this is the head layer. It's all on this layer. When this is activated and I draw, everything goes on this layer. And if I activate eyes now and I draw an eye, and so it's on that layer. So now I can. It's just isolated, you know.
Cool.
So. how's
Cool,
that?
babe.
He still looks kind
Still
of
a little.
Yeah, we're gonna get that going. We're gonna fix that. What's
This is
happening
cool.
here?
How long have you been using Blender?
Blender. I've been using Blender for like, let's see here.
Oh, you should make me. You don't even have to name your like British alter ego. That's also what I do for like accents.
Yeah.
Like with acting, like it's good to like,
Give him a name.
you know, yeah.
Actually,
your
sort of
British
lean
person,
into
yeah.
it, yeah?
Billy, I feel like is quite a British name also, so it kind of works.
Really is sort of British, I think. When I looked it up, I used to hate. I was like, this name doesn't have a meaning. But it does. It's like, but it's a weird. It's definitely European. It's like, what is it?
What, William?
It's like a tea. What I saw was like a kitchen implement. It's like a teapot
Billy.
or something. You know? It's like, what the? Hey, check this out. I'm gonna switch to a different joint that focuses on the screen. Look at that.
Oh my god, look that white. Oh, now, okay, cool. It's less of that red matrix thing.
Yeah, exactly.
A Billy, Australian. New Zealand, a tin or enamel cooking pot with a lid and a wire handle for use when camping.
Yeah. Like, interesting.
Oh my
At the
god.
same time, it's a super popular name for a lot of people around the world. White people, I guess, European people, I guess.
It is
Yeah.
as a nickname, weirdly, for William.
That's right, for William.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, which I get a lot.
I was really glad that like that was not. I'm so like I was like thinking I was like William. I don't know if I'm like date a William. That just feels I know that's a silly thing, but it just never saw myself with like a
William.
William.
Too much, huh?
You know,
Too
it's
much.
just and then like fun. Happy accident that it was like, oh shit, it's Billy. That's so cute. It's like Billy Porter. Roger, so used in a sentence, Roger had our fire going and the Billy boiling. It's like that Waltzing Matilda song.
Excuse me?
That Waltzing Matilda song.
The what?
The Waltzing Matilda. You know that song.
I'm not sure about it. Can you tell me more about this song?
Let me see how it starts. I don't even. It's like Waltzing Matilda, Waltzing Matilda.
Wow.
You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. So they sang while he sat and he waited while her Billy boiled. And I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? But now it makes sense if you think of a Billy as a kettle. That's like vital information. Otherwise, it
Gotcha.
sounds like they're boiling
A
person named Billy.
Which is not.
Which I was like, God damn it, the Australians are barbaric. Jesus.
Just less awesome. Huh.
Anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, again, like that's I love my name, by the way, at this point,
so
at this stage
good.
of my life. But it's like what does it mean? Tea kettle. But I think in the my family's Caribbean and French Caribbean, Guadeloupe, Antigua. So I don't know if there's a derivation or a meaning that's different.
I'm gonna see. Billy meaning up in Hindi.
What was that? What was that?
So
Jesus. Sounds bad, yeah.
Okay, so it's a goat.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a goat? That's what you get? Which
Yeah.
is that's another thing.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Goats are awesome. I love.
In France. Or in the French
France.
culture. I'm sorry, just
No.
what were you looking
I
up
said
there?
Billy meaning, and then like it auto populated in Hindi. So I was like, oh sweet, okay, there must be something in Hindi.
Gotcha.
But it actually was just like pretty much spelling it in Hindi. It's stupid. I don't know why.
Okay.
Billy French.
Yeah,
meaning.
but people used to, Billy Goat, obviously. What other? There's other like popular Billy. Billy was always the kid in every cereal commercial. Billy, come down for breakfast, and he come down the stairs, and then, it was always just like he was a white boy name. That's what I always heard. growing up. Yeah.
Which is funny because there's so many like black, like famous people who are also named Billy.
Exactly, there are.
And there's one more added to the list. I'm talking to our future selves.
My love.
So this is like not. I don't know if like.
Makes him look angry again. It's not doing it. It's not
What?
coming out.
So this says Billy is French girl name, and meaning of this name is resolute protector, comma beautiful.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Well, that makes sense. It both is like you and also goats. There, like.
I love that.
Yes. Well, this is looking good. Getting
Yeah,
some
it's
depth
coming together.
to it.
It's coming together. I'm trying to get his playful demeanor down right. See, the thing is, those eyebrows like that, like big peaked up eyebrows, implies shock or anger and kind of thing. But so anyway, I kind of changed the eyebrows to be more like flat, like chill. And then I think I just need to get some color going because right now he still doesn't like. This character is such a nice guy.
Yeah.
That I want to capture that. I want to capture the niceness in the feeling here with him. So, and one of the things that I figured out is that rounded edges are key for that. The mind kind of processes that better, believe it or not.
I can believe that.
And
Yeah.
so you want to draw a villain, give them like big sharp shoulders and stuff like that. So let me see if I can. The mustache is key. I'm gonna try to round it out, and maybe that will.
It's like the Russian from that Rocky movie. He like is very like square, like looks like a building. It just feels very like, and I was like, you look mean.
He just looks like a weapon. He looks
Yeah, he looks like a weapon. Like Bridget Nielsen.
That kind of does help. I'm gonna like Bridget Nielsen.
Yeah.
Oh, cause with the thing, and Grace Jones when she wanted to, right? She wore the big sharp joint. It implies danger a little bit.
Love it. Cool.
All right.
Love it. He's already looking a lot more.
Yeah, he's looking nicer. But let's do.
I wonder where that comes from. Why our mind like processes like soft kind of, maybe like roundness is like thought of as like soft, and we associate soft with like warmth and kindness and the good things, and we associate with like hardness and like angular things with like being cold and like, you know, rock and who knows.
Yeah.
You know, it's our weird animal brains.
It's language is tough though, right? So like cold, like being cold. Cold is definitely a condition. I don't like being cold, but I also don't like being hot,
It's true.
But so who chose that? Like people who for whom cold was a real problem, like winter is coming, like that was the threat.
Yeah.
So cold becomes a negative, all down like the linguistic chain,
Totally. Very true. Crazy. Love language.
And that's just how it works. And sometimes it can cause confusion, I think. Let me see. Eyes. What's going on here? What's going on? Take that off. Okay. So closed up. So now I want to add a fill. So everything has to be closed so I can do that. So I can add little lines there. And I'm going to fill in the back of his head. Bang. There we go. And I'm going to change this to white. And oof. Interesting.
Jason Sudeikis has a very like regular kind of face.
Yeah, he does.
It's very like, if you were to describe him, you'd be like, it's like brunette, kind of, white guy, brown eyes, hair is kind of like that,
Yeah.
It's like very difficult to describe, very nondescript.
Yeah.
But which in a way that's very like pleasing and like disarming. It's like,
Yeah, I think
feel comfortable with him. Non-threatening.
Oh, we're not there yet.
Too brown.
That helps. Okay. Let's see. I want to add something a little crazy to him. So I want to just I'm going to. Sometimes his hair does look like this. It has like a little
swoopy.
A little swoop going. So let me do that. And then come this way with it. And if I go like this and then do like that. Now it's not even him anymore though.
Yeah.
It's like, yikes. Okay. That's cool.
That's fun.
That's cool. Let's just go with it a little bit. Let's go with that. So evolve a bit. Are we okay with it? Are we okay?
I'm glad you like Ted Lasso. You weren't always like great at sticking with a show, so whenever like I get one that like likes.
It's.
I'm like, and it took you a minute with Ted Lasso.
I liked it from the jump. Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I'm in a mode like it's a very feel good show, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm in like a Star Trek mode where it's just like weird stuff, and I want to get into that.
I was glad that you got into Star Trek too. I was
Yeah.
like, this, you'll love this.
Put
It's
me
all
on
like
Star Trek, yeah.
kind of like philosophical and ethical quandaries and like, you know,
Yeah, it's pretty.
dreaming of like what the future can be. Which is always fun. That's a segment we want to have on this. Like, you know, whenever people talk about the future, it's always like, you know, oh, this thing has never worked or they've never had it before. So it's like, well, okay, yeah, nothing happened until someone like thought it was possible. So like,
Right.
let's do some brainstorming so we can be like, this is how it could work. I don't know. Everything's made up.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll like, I think maybe, you know, have like imagine what education looks like in the future or like what it could look like, you know.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna
then we just like brainstorm it and draw it, you know.
What's going on here? Yeah, I think we're gonna do a bunch of stuff. And I'm really excited for it, my love.
Me also.
Me also. But right now I think I've lost something. Where is it?
You're just like, no, fuck it.
There
Oh,
we go.
just the eyes. That's that fill.
So that
layer
this is
thing.
pupils. I want the pupils to be there, but I don't want the eyes. Okay, that's the problem. So I go here, click on that. So now I'm gonna switch it to different layer. Stroke, move to eyes. Great, and now that's the eyes and the pupils are there. Great. Now we're cooking.
Cool, babe.
All right. And so that's important because I want to smooth out his eyes. Part of why he's not looking kind is because his eyes are a little too aggressive. See if I can't get a greater sense.
It's like his eyes are a little bit like, you know, piercing. He's got these like,
That's what I'm
I think
saying,
these
yeah.
soft like cheek lines. I think that's what like softens him up a little.
What is this? Goodness gracious. Okay, also another thing on the wrong layer. So let's move it to eyes. Great. Alright. Eyes. Here we go. So now starting there.
How long does something like this typically take you?
It depends. Depends what we're doing. I could get the drawing mostly done in just a couple of half hour maybe.
What?
Well, it depends on the detail, how
Right.
detailed we're getting, what we're doing exactly,
Yeah, that's true.
how we trying to get into the details or not.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Wow.
And then, are we animating it? Are we just sort of making it for fun here, for an image, or is it part of a movie or part of a scene, a moving scene that takes several more hours, I suppose, depending again on what we're trying to do.
I wish you could see his hands. He has like a, it's like a pad, like a black, you know, screen pad.
It's
And
a
like,
pad.
he's using a pen, like a fancy electronic pen, and it's like it's so cool. It's crazy because, you know, the screen is where it shows up. It's like interesting to like draw kind of blind almost, like it seems. You know?
Not really. I can see I'm following the little cursor here, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And in a moment we're gonna invest in the next level, which is one that has a screen right here. That's my next move.
Fancy.
Along with a chair.
This one is, I guess, better for your neck. So you're not like looking down all the time.
It'll be both. It'll be both. I have it there and here.
Oh my
It's sort of,
goodness.
you know what I mean? You really get to get precise and
Yeah.
stuff. But that's a
I
bit
think
of an
I've seen
investment.
that.
I've already put in some on this computer. But that's coming very soon. We're gonna get the rest of it very soon.
Love it. Yeah, man. It's
All right, I'm gonna finish this lasso up here, and then let me see. Oh, wait, there's that. Let me give this its own thing.
this tasso.
Mustache.
No, actually, this honestly does look.
It looks kind of like him, right?
Yeah.
It's coming there. We
You
getting
know?
there, baby.
Kind of like.
We getting there, baby. Trying to pick these so that I can move them to the correct layer.
Mustache layer.
Mustache layer, yeah. You're good.
Baby.
Mustache, there we go. Boom. All right.
He looks kind of like Archer.
A little bit.
Which is another great show.
I want to take this, and this is going to be a line, and I'm going to take the skin color, and then I'm going to darken the skin color just a tad, and I'm going to use that as like those kind of lines.
The depth lines and topography.
Exactly.
Mm.
I don't want him to look old or anything here, a little wrinkly, because he's not.
He's not.
He's a
Young guy.
dude, Jeff Sudeikis.
Yeah, man.
All right. Boom. I like it. So this is, at least this is just the beginnings. I don't know how long we can just keep going on this, but like I said, with details, let me just save this, and then let's get out of that. Get out of that. Get out of that. Get out of that. Let's get to. We'll save this.
Ted.
Ted Lasso. Okay, how about this? Let's pause for a second, and we'll come back and I can show us some of this fancy stuff with the screens. Check this out.
Can they hear us?
They can hear us.
Oh my god, hey!
But now I'm going to stop them from hearing us. And
Okay.
hear music instead.
Alright, we'll see you later.
I never say never or die. I say never mind. Cats try nickel and dime me. You and what army? Use your simple mind. Got fed up with nickels in the nick of time. That goes for nickel bags. That goes for nickel nines. Didn't think of drinking up the pickle brine and never gotten bitten. Listen, what you out your cotton picking mine. I come to poke you like a porcupine. Face a poker, pop up like a Pokemon. Come on, I'm Papa San. Pop into the Bakken Brahms and frickin' Rick the ruler, playing it cool like I'm the fucking Fonz. My Uzi weigh a couple times, aimed at Uncle Times. So you can call me Capitan more than a couple times. Believe what's what you got and not what you say. Believe what's what you got and not what you say. Believe what's what you got and not what you say. Believe what's what you got and not what you say.
Flying saucers, iron horses, lying reporters, falsifying sources, ignoring higher forces. Life is all of this, simultaneous. They trying to play with us, just listen to your gut.
I always say thank you and please. I speak Japanese, nose and evenings of eating on Franken beans. I cripple my faculties, and now when you factor in the factory, shit is worse than fracking by a factor in 3. My flag was flapping in the breeze, now I set you free while I'm scratching fleas. Either all in or you falling on your keys. What you call it, what you call it when you ballin', but you always getting teased. Or when you ballin', but you always getting teased. That's just like pulling teeth. What signs be out of sight and out of reach? Yo, honestly, get out of seat, go on the odyssey. Check on the guard, deceiver on the scene and getting sleep. Sick as a dog and pissing on a tree and getting treats. Believe what's what you got and not what you say. Believe what's what you got and not what you say. Believe what's what you got and not what you say. Believe what's what you got and not what you say.
Check it. Philosophy, theology, astronomy, astrology, the individual versus the colony, society, conformity, reality is none of these and all of these. Just listen to your gut.
But never and always, I'm spreading the holidays. I live in the modern day hollow cave. I'm swinging the ball and chain, and people that say that we are all the same. I'm shedding the harness. I'm a motherfucking artist, man. Accepting the carnage was the hardest thing. Guarding my garden was the darnest thing. My armor needed varnishing, so now I'm straight into the heart of things. My heart sang, a member of the starting string. Who farts stink? My favorite attributes are heart and strength. My favorite art is women, and my favorite part's pink. Your fella seller dweller with a feather in the ink. Noah was overzealous. I'm selling umbrellas on the brink. Believe what's what you got and not what you see. Believe what's what you got and not what you see. Believe what's what you got and not what you see. Believe what's what you got and not what you see.
Your man is saying he got some grams on the way in, asking if you wish to participate in the mayhem. Your bank statement is saying made for you, contemplating. Play it safe and chase papers in great denominations. Initially the shit's amazing. Fast cash till a cat flashes a badge in your face. You facing incarceration. You see your mother's pain at the arraignment. Like what the fuck, I should've listened to my gut.
Hey.
Yo. Let's pause that.
It's also a good song.
Wait. So now they got that. Let me pause on.
Hey, Dolly.
All right. What up? So this is the journey we gotta look over here. Oh, we can do this actually because it's all right there. So yeah, here we go.
Well, now we can do that, yeah.
All right, so how's this going so far, you think?
So wait, so they can see the live stream of us on the screen?
Yeah, because this is, so now,
Very meta. No, I don't know what meta means.
the way this thing works is these different scenes, I've set them up to hold different information. So this is just doing the camera. And so since it's just doing the camera, I can just put it here. and it's all
Wow.
good, you know what I
Well,
mean?
that's convenient.
it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Anyway,
Okay. Ugh, technology.
it's pretty cool, man.
What's it
It's
all about?
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's really dope. Okay, really cool, baby. I love this.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
All right. What are we doing?
I'm having fun, yo.
This is cool.
This is great. So, what's the?
Okay, so we have like.
Oh, you want to do the wheel thing, or would you want to say?
No, yeah, let's. Okay, Billy like has figured out how to do all these things. This is one we like have been coming up with like just like ideas for like little games and things you want to play.
Yeah.
And we actually have like a lot more. I have to like go through our
I'm
WhatsApp
gonna get it
you know,
popping.
thing.
I think we could probably play that. Remember the Nobody Explodes game? The bomb game?
Exactly, love that game.
We could.
What was that called again?
Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes.
Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes,
Yeah.
which, like, I think we can, like, definitely bring that back. That was so fun. And what a metaphor for everything. Like, keep talking
Wow,
and, like, no one
exactly.
explodes. Like, let's just all, everyone has to keep talking. I think that's
Facts,
the
yeah.
only way we're going to save ourselves.
Seriously, man.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
Anywho,
Okay.
hopefully that in some way helps foster that spirit.
Yeah. You know what? Then let's just jump right. I mean, this Imagine the Future is one of our games. So, and you came up with this one, I remember.
Yeah.
So tell me, like, what did you think you would? What was the concept behind Imagine the Future?
So I was thinking that we could like chit chat for like maybe 10 minutes about like either like some aspect of society or relationships or just like the world in general, the future in general. And like then and we like jot down notes and then you draw that. You like
I love
kind of
that.
draw a thing that like is that like what does a community look like, you know? What does a neighborhood look like? What does a family look like, you know?
How about we do? I
And
love
then
that.
we would draw that.
Yeah. How
And
about?
like while you were doing that, we could like, you know, chit chat and elaborate and like, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know how like fast you can draw things and stuff. So I don't like.
That's why I'm thinking.
Trying to see, like, if
No,
we
it
can
works.
make that
It
into
works.
a smaller.
Yeah. I think I know exactly how we can probably do it. And it doesn't have to be smaller. Let's try to do it with like 3D then instead of 2D, and we'll do it while we talk about it.
Okay.
All right. So
Yeah.
let's see here. Let me put.
Wait, can we just see what the wheel is like too?
Oh, you want to try the wheel? All right,
I think
let's
that's
do
cool.
this
Okay,
wheel
so
thing.
this is like another feature that really you can like.
Yeah.
We have like a couple of ideas that we're gonna like put on this wheel. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have improv, voices, acronym, imagine. So that's the one we were just describing. Imagine.
Yeah.
Voices. What's that? Can you explain that one?
So I think voices was, since I'll do my British accent.
It's quite
I've got
good,
a little
yeah.
bit of a Cockney.
Right.
This isn't really Cockney. This is more like. Anyway, we've got different accents.
Dude,
Um,
straight.
We've got. So it was really like reading things on like Amazon, like reading.
Amazon reviews.
Amazon
and stuff.
reviews with
Those are
certain
fun.
accents, and just like imagining who the person is, and then like exaggerating that.
Love it. I love imagining people
That'd be
that
cool.
are. Yeah, that's a fun one. Yeah.
And then acronym was one I came up because she was fantastic at like. We'll be sitting in the car, and I don't know, for some reason, an acronym will come up. I'm like, yo, did you hear about the right now I'm thinking NRA. The NRA, and she'll just pick the randomest, best, proper, like what the NRA should have been instead of the damn, so.
Nautical, reptilian.
Nautical reptilian.
Dang it, I can't think of an A word.
Airplane?
Association.
Association.
Obviously.
I mean,
People
yeah.
who are like all about saving the alligators,
Oh,
saving the water
that's the
snakes,
thing. Nautical-
saving the
water
I think reptile.
The nautical
With the
reptilians.
frogs.
Yeah. that's
I don't know
funny.
why I landed on frogs last. After
Well,
water
alligators
snakes.
is strong. That's right. Water snakes came first, which is really kind of interesting. But I think all three of those are possibly reptilian.
I would rather
nautical
support that
reptilians.
than
That is hilarious.
the other NRA.
You want to try this? You want to try this?
Okay,
thing?
yeah, let's see what the wheel. Okay, wait, let's explain the other things. Do we explain them all? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's improv? Just,
Oh, what's improv?
we don't even know how to improv really. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's like a skill with like, not rules, but like,
Yeah.
techniques and things that we have not done. So it's literally just kind of us talking and
Yeah. No, we haven't mastered the
yes,
skill of
anding
improv.
it.
Yeah.
Just winging it.
But we do improv all the time. We
Yeah.
speak. We do
Exactly.
We do stuff.
Every conversation I guess we have with people is like not a scripted conversation. It's just
Yeah.
us improving off of.
But to make it interesting for a viewer, there's some rules with the things like this, with the yes and things like that, so that we're not like
The straight
stepping on each
man
other.
and the like fool kind of.
And my brother's a really like dope improv dude with UCB out in New York, and he's been doing that for years and years.
The underground
There we go.
cowboy brigade. Oh, brigade is the thing it already
That's
is.
already
Okay,
it. It's
Euro.
Upright Citizens
Euro.
Brigade. You
Okay.
can't see.
Upright Citizens Brigade is
Yeah.
the upright
What
citizens.
what'd you
Brigade.
say?
Underground Cowboy
Bureau.
Bureau.
Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay. I love
Which, like, I bet in New York there is something like cool like that.
it. See, maybe if we did that, if we were doing an acronym now, I would draw probably in 2D I try to draw an underground cowboy brigade. Wow.
Yes.
Or something. We'll keep talking about it.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So do you want to spin or do you want to spin?
Well, let's spin and see what we land
Alright.
on, and
I don't
then
know how to use this thing. I don't even know if this thing's gonna work. So I'm gonna click
Okay.
it.
Is it? Can they see that?
Oh wait, I'm on the. Oh yeah, they should be able to see that.
Okay. Oh yeah. So this is what they can see.
Right. I think that's right.
So they can't see that.
No, exactly. They can see.
Okay.
this.
So they can only see that.
So they're right here. So let's put it
So
right
let's just
here.
put it right there.
So then, how do I use this thing now? I tried it
Overtime by
earlier.
Hexium. Can they see all that?
Overtime by Axiom. What is that?
Right there. It's all the thing
No,
that.
this is they can only see this.
Got you.
Yeah. Properties, projector, performance. I don't know how to use this thing, baby. I'm gonna
Well,
figure
let's
this out.
trial and error it.
If I double click here.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Can you guys see that?
Another cat.
So it just popped out into like a little image of that wheel with a black background.
Manage the spin wheel. High time out. Rotation speed. Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
Spin it. Why is there a spin
If I
it
hit
button?
Enter or spacebar or I pull. No, that just moves it.
I love it.
Interesting.
So this is like you kind of trial and error things.
Yeah. That's it.
Someone chatted.
Oh man. What
Oh
up,
shit.
dude? What's the deal, man?
Holy moly.
What are you and Sheba doing, man? We're just having fun out here, man. Trying some stuff.
What are we not doing? Having a plan is what we're not doing. Like, I don't know. We're just like figuring out live streaming, live, in real time, and I think we're like great at it.
I think we're like great at it.
I think this is Dolly Parton, in the background,
Yeah.
watching over us, and I think it's like going really well. She's a little washed out. Maybe next time we'll use a ring light. I know that can like help.
Yeah.
You know about lighting.
Yeah, no, we don't want to focus on Dolly. We want the light. We want to have right here is where it needs to be.
We don't want to focus on Dolly, but I don't want her to be washed out.
Gotcha. I think she's also a mirror.
If I have a,
Some challenges there.
say.
But
yeah. Okay.
Let's see here.
So
So
we
how about
can't
let's do
figure out
the thing. So here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Go to spin wheel. What you wanted to do? The Imagine joint?
I want to do any of these. They all sound good. Maybe is the Imagine one too difficult? I want to do the acronym.
Acronym?
I want to do acronym.
All right. So then where are we getting acronyms from?
I don't know. Someone give us an acronym. Person in the chat, give us an acronym.
Damien, give us an acronym. This is Damien, by the way.
Hey, Damien. We saw him just now in Fort Lauderdale. It was cute.
Yes.
Let's go. Oh my God. Can they see the chat?
On YouTube, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, oh man, y'all, we went on this cruise. They actually messaged us. They messaged Billy. We went on this cruise, and, you know, if you want to feel young and beautiful and interesting, go on a cruise where the median age is 75. Everyone will love you. It was great. We you know, and we're very like personable people, and you know, like making other people feel seen, and
first cruise. It was awesome. Every time.
Really cool. We met this couple named
acronym
Future Kid Beautician.
Future Kid Beautician?
Yeah, they're like they want to be a beautician, but they
Okay, so Damien gave us the acronym. It was FBFKB. She came up with Future Kid Beautician. The next one he also gave us, the last one, no more Damien, NWA. Come on!
Wait, so the game is like I come up with all of the
Yes!
funny
You're the one!
You can do it too. I already came up with the
Okay, fine.
So give me a second. Okay, NWA.
Nipples.
Withholding. Wow. What?
Nipples with.
You can't do with, I think.
Oh, you can't do it. Okay, nipples, walking aggressively.
Wow. I love that.
All right, so we got to do either Future Kids, what was it?
Beautician. Future Kid Beautician.
Or nipples walking accurately. And I'm going to draw that while you tell the story about about the cruise. All right?
Oh my goodness.
What do you think of that?
Love that.
Okay,
should
so which one are we gonna
talk first about what you're gonna draw? Well, what do you think? So what I was thinking with Future Kid Beautician is someone who is training to be a beautician specifically for kids. So like she wants to be like a, you know, like tots and toddlers and tiara, like beautician specifically. So like large, like child wigs in a, you know, in the weird creepy society we have where we're like, yes, you're like a little woman, but you're a baby. Okay, so there's that.
Okay, Future Kid Beautician. Okay. All right, I'm with that. And then what I say, nipples walking aggressively.
Nipples walking aggressively. I mean, that's pretty
pretty
self-explanatory, I would
There's really no
say.
issues there.
And that's cool. So would you like? That feels like something you could like
That would be, they would
do
have to
an
animate
animation
that and
in.
all that. Yeah.
Or like,
Is that so? What are you thinking? Which one should we? Is Damien still here? Can he pick one, or should we?
no, I think you're the drawer.
Yeah, I am the drawer. You know what? I am the drawer.
Actually, you're the drawer, baby. Like, you know,
You're right, Sheba.
What would you rather see come to life, kind of?
Man, I think nipples walking aggressively would be really. I would do like a weird kind of crude thing there. Wouldn't try to get, but I think the other one would be interesting too. I don't know. They'd both be interesting.
Cool. Okay. Is it?
Let's see. The story on the cruise is kind of a longer story. And
oh my god. Okay, I think we can. I want to learn how to tell it succinctly.
No, not that it's a bad story, but it is. Or oh wait, nipples fits with the cruise story. Maybe it should be.
It does.
Let's
see. Nipples walking aggressively. Whatever you want to do.
All right, let's do
babe.
it. Let's do it then. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna go here, and Sheebs, you can tell the story.
Okay, so on the cruise, me and Billy are the belle of the ball. And
what?
Sorry, I just started thinking about you.
Right off the break.
One track mind. We like are in the pool. We meet this like really nice couple, Al and Sherry, who are like so cute. They're a lot of like old Jewish couples. Like they fucking loved us. And we were chit-chatting, and you know, Sherry gets overheated and like, you know, leaves, and then this guy comes up to Billy. The guy's name is Erwin. He's from they live in Fort Lauderdale now, or Florida, but they're like originally from New York or something. I don't know. Anyway, he was like just chit-chatting with us, and you know, he tells us his wife, Maxine, she's like a pretty redhead, you know, that's somewhere on the ship. I was like, okay, cool. Anyway, we see her later. She's like, how do I describe her? She's wearing like a Kool-Aid red wig.
Yes, really. That's what he said when we first met him in the pool. He was like, "When you're gonna see my wife, she's somewhere around here, and you'll see her. She's got the bright red hair. You'll know her." Okay, all right. That's what's up, Max. No, she was Max. His name was Erwin.
He went by Win. He was like, my friends call me Win.
Yeah.
That's good. If my name was Erwin, I would want a cool nickname also. He was, I know, I feel like, should I have, like, confidentiality? I don't know if I'm...
Exactly.
But, I mean, this is just the thing but their names, I think, are so integral to, you know, the thing.
Yeah, I'm always telling you about names. Like, you gotta be...
I know, you're right. Okay,
please.
Let's change it a little. Gershwin and...
You know what?
Gershwin and,
Gershwin and...
Beatrice.
Oh no. Okay. All right, you see the nipple coming here?
Yes, I definitely see the nipple. It's very clearly a nipple. I love that.
It's happening.
It's good. The areola is very like anatomically like similar. Like that's really good.
We're getting on there.
Okay. Yeah. Anywho.
Sheba.
Anywho, so, you know, they invite us to dinner. We see them on a tender boat. Sometimes, like, you have to take a boat to get from the boat to get to the, you know, island if the thing is too shallow. So, like, when we're on that, it's like a lot of, you know, random people, and so Gershwin and Beatrice. They Herb and Barb. That's I don't know why I went with fucking Gershwin and fucking Beatrice.
He says, and I'm Peter.
Go with Herb, because it's short for Herbert, right? Herb and Barb. Yeah. Fucking Herb and Barb, man. Okay, so like Herb kind of looks like a egg that's like, have you seen like an egg that's kind of like semi-fertilized. It's like not born yet, and it's like kind of like veiny. And like, am I making this up? I don't know why. Oh, I thought you were gonna like
No.
look it up for me. I was like, thank you. Like, I'm just like describing this thing. But anyway, it's his like he was like a little translucent and like, you know, sunspots and like kind of you could see his veins and he was kind of a little blue in some places too. It's just like,
Yikes.
you know, which is fine. He's like an old man. I think he was like a marketing professor. And you know, I was like, oh, okay, cool. And so they invite us to dinner at this one of the restaurants, and you know, like we're with our family. It's like my mom, my brother and sister-in-law, my uncle Tommy. You know, we're all on this cruise, and so we pretty much, you know, meet up for dinner and meals, and you know, every day. And so we were like, okay, sweet, yeah, we'll see you at Normandy, I think the thing was.
The restaurant,
Yeah, at whatever time. So we get there, and we're like a little bit late, obviously, because it's like a bunch of us. And you know, we're like, hey, we're here to meet with our friends, Herb and Barb, and so the girl was like, oh, the woman was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go check, and so she like goes over and she like comes back and she's like, so they actually only have a table for 4.
Yeah.
The reservation was for 4. I was like, oh, well,
we told them, we thought it was gonna be the whole fam. Like we're gonna, you know, we had a party for 6, so plus them would have been 2, so it would have been 8. So we were like, okay, so we said, okay, so we'll walk over and just tell them, oh, we're with the family. We're gonna,
do you want to like push the table together, or
get
you know,
together?
You guys come to our table, and
they kind of had an awkward kind of moment. They looked at each other, and then they were just like, oh no, we were just hoping it could just be, you know, just us, you know?
And they said that like Maxine is sick and like doesn't want to get sick. Maxine is like this spindly little woman, you know, like bird bones is what I call it. She just like looks so, you know, kind of frail, and she was sickly. Like she couldn't, you know, she was always wearing a mask, and she, you know, didn't want to, you know, have dinner with us. Allegedly, because you know, she didn't want to get us all sick. I was like, that's real. She's like 100.
So
like,
that's what they said to kind of get out of kind of getting us all together with the whole family. We tried to get all 6 people. They were like, she's sick, and
I was like,
and this and that. And so then they start talking about, so how was the? So then I was like, okay, well, we'll probably catch you by the pool or something later.
Oh, I said I was gonna go to I was gonna go do karaoke later. So I was like, well, I'm gonna do karaoke later. So like, you know, if you guys are around, like that's what we'll be later. And we're gonna go eat with our family now. And they were like, oh, so did you get off the boat? You know, did you do anything? And we were like, yeah, I think we just walked around for a little bit. And did you guys? And they're like, yeah, we, you know, just walked around and got our favorite liquor. And
she says, so they go, we got our favorite liquor, and Maxine looks at me and she goes, big black dick. And I was like, I look at Sheba, and we were like, okay.
I was like, well, I like a big black dick as much as the next girl, so I get it.
They had a laugh and ha ha ha. And then Erwin kind of gave me, they were sitting, we're standing.
He was like,
Erwin gave me an elbow kind of rub, like ha ha ha.
He's like, we're cool.
Yeah, we're cool. You know,
like,
Maxine has some brownies back at the room. You know, we smuggled some brownies and we're cool. They are how old? I mean, we don't know how old they are, but
I would have to guess 80. Like 80? I don't know.
Yeah, man.
But. So
that's probably right.
We were like, okay, yeah, cool. Yes, love it. And I understand like our society is like really teaches you that the youth is the only valuable thing kind of. And like, you know, once you're a certain age, you're kind of like not, you know, you just are a very like, you know, not cool way, not entrenched. So she was like, oh, look at them like smoking pot and stuff. And, anyway, so we're like, okay, well, we'll see you later. Yeah. And we like go sit at the table. And as we were walking over, I was like, Billy, did you get the sense that they wanted to have sex with us? And Billy was like, yes. I was like, oh shit, what?
Yeah.
I wish I could show a picture. You will just.
It was really shocking.
I just couldn't even think of
that. Because then it's really shocking.
So I was like, no. And then Erwin, like, Herb, of course, Herb came over and he was like, "Let's get a picture." So he has, like, his
came
little
over
camera
while
and
we were eating dinner with the family. Comes over to kind of, I don't know what exactly, like take pictures and kind of like be cooler and kind of, I don't know, break some ice or something. And it was weird. And he takes a picture. He was a cool guy. He's a nice guy, you know. And his wife made a weird flirty gesture to me with the drink that with the, you know, the big dick. And I'm like, okay, what? So, but I wasn't sure yet. Like, it could also still be the case that they have this drink, and it's a real drink.
It is a real drink. Yeah.
She just happened to lock eyes with me at the time when she said it. So
I thought they were just being like, "We're cool. Look at us. We talk about penises and like have pot brownies." I'm like, "Oh my god, yes."
It could have been that too. So, but then he comes over. He's trying to be cool, whatever. He's taking pictures, and I was looking at your mom and Uncle Tommy too. They were like, Uncle Tommy was like,
and my mom was like, "Oh, what did they, you know, want or something like that?" And I was like, "I got the impression that they wanted to have sex with us." And Mom was like, "What?" What? You know, I was like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I didn't. I was like, but maybe not. Who knows? And then I'm like, because I imagine just looking how they do, I just imagine they don't get a lot of like compliments about themselves, and certainly dudes in general don't get a lot of compliments. So I was like, as he was leaving, you know, the table, I was like, "Love that shirt too, so cute."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I
so
got
then,
it from.
So then there's this whole like period of him taking pictures and talking and kind of schmoozing it up.
No, he's trying to play.
And then we're kind of like figuring out what to do here.
Okay.
And Uncle Tommy's like this.
Yeah, I know.
And then he's finally about to bounce. You know what I'm saying? He's like, "All right, guys, you know, see you at the karaoke or whatever." And he's leaving, and she goes, "Oh, what a great shirt you're wearing! Love your shirt. What a nice shirt." Oh my God! What is this?
Nice shirt. What is this?
Crushed velvet? No, it was just a shirt.
I appreciate.
But it was just
a nice outfit.
Because I'm like,
I know.
So then he turns around. He's like,
takes me under the table. I was like,
"Why? Thank you for noticing my shirt. I'm gonna speak for another 15 minutes."
Yeah.
It was really interesting.
So funny. Okay, so then we eat dinner. We go to karaoke. You know, as we walk in. By the way, he says, "Impressed on how fast you were making that animation." I know, isn't it crazy? Like,
Thanks,
he's
bruh.
just really good. I also like this brown, like, breast on which this, like, pink nipple and areola is situated. It's like, you know, humans come in all, like,
damn right.
You know, orders and whatnot and stuff. So, hell yes, love it.
Thank you.
Anyway, so we go to karaoke. Okay, see ya.
Peace, D.
We go to karaoke. Herb is there, and he's like, "Hey," he like, you know, waves, and I go sign up for karaoke, and Billy is chatting with him. So I come back, and Billy's like talking to him still, but like catches eyes with me, and is like, "Okay." And I think he pulled me aside maybe and
Yeah. Pretty much, we walk in, Sheba goes to sign up for the karaoke, and I'm standing with Herb, and he's like, "Hey man, I just wanted to be clear and fully clarify, you know, what'd he say? He said, oh, me and the missus are lifestylers, and we think you're a very hot couple, and, you know, your wife is beautiful, you know that. Max has a thing for you. Let me tell you what, as soon as, you know," and he kind of goes on about, Max was saying stuff about me. And he was like, "So I could tell you guys are," and we are, right? So it was like,
yeah.
I was like, yeah. You know, I could tell from the jokes. I brought up the drink immediately. I was like, I could tell from the drink comment and from the Black Week. He was like, yeah. You know, that's us testing the waters. I was like, yeah, we picked up on that, you know? And I'm trying to, like, figure out how to... First, I'm kind of, like, shocked that they're so... Like, it was a bold move.
Audacity.
Yeah.
Wow, great.
And I'm just thinking, you know, this is really crazy. So I start laughing. Like, I'm really kind of...
Yeah.
So then he starts talking about... So I was like, how long? Because they this was, like, both their third marriages, and they... have children and grandchildren and all this stuff, but they met on a dating app, and it's been crazy, and they take cruises and have sex with other. They were trying to say, so the age thing is there. It's like this huge elephant thing, and so he says it. So he addresses. He's like, yeah, we've played around with some 40-year-olds, you know, and it was a great time. They came by, stayed over by the house in Florida.
Which I want to meet these 40-year-olds. I want to meet them, and I want to understand like how this came about.
Man,
I want to understand how this came about. I was like, wow. So I think, you know, then I come over and you like fill me in, and I'm like, wow, okay. And like he's talking to me, and I also start like laughing and just like, huh.
Not laughing at the dude, but like the situation was
Exactly.
weird, you know?
And I was just trying to like wrap my head around it, and I was like, okay, yeah, we're hot, and like just because someone is, you know, older or whatnot, can still tell that we're like attractive people. And okay, so when you're older, you still are sexually attracted to people. Duh, that makes sense. Okay. And so I tell him, I was like, oh my God, that totally makes sense. Because it's like I heard that the population with the highest incidence of STDs are people in nursing homes.
That's what she says. That's
Which is true.
And I watched him go. He goes, oh, we're not in nursing homes. Or something. I forgot what he's like, what does that have to do with me?
And like I saw him go like, huh. And I thought he was doing that because it was like an interesting fact, which it is.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, Billy was like, you were kind of like negging him, like implying that not only was he in a nursing home, but also he had STDs. I was like, oh, well, I mean, he did look like he could be in a nursing home. And they were in a 55 and over community. And like, I was just like, wow, okay. Oh, he was like talking about, he was like, so Barb, you know, you're gonna have to go easy on her. You're gonna have to use a lot of lube.
Yes. That was insane. So,
and we were both just like laughing with him, but also very like, what?
Yeah. Yo, and like.
And he was like, and I like to watch. I like to take pictures. And I was like, I can't even imagine.
It was really
being
interesting
able
because
to.
We've had that conversation with people that we were like into, let's say, right? And
yes.
It's a different ball game altogether, but you know, but it's like there's this awkward thing where he's trying to like entice and be alluring,
show that
kinda,
he's, you know, a viable choice.
Yeah, we can have fun and this and that. So he's like, yo, and Barb's into you, Billy, and you know, she's he goes, she's not into anal. That's what he says. FYI, not her thing. And I was like, wow, that's what's up, bro. And then he's like, but in any case, gonna need a lot of lube. Okay, just FYI. I was like, what?
Which makes sense though. Maxine has bird bones. She was like so immunocompromised
I believe
that
it,
she couldn't.
But the question, the fact that and that's the thing is like again, if I was attracted to her, it would be interesting.
We might be like, oh, sweet, but like
I don't know.
They had to be over twice our age, certainly.
Yeah.
Like, and
for sure.
We're in our mid to late 30s, so I was just like, what?
Like,
I was like, I can't even like, you know, see you in that kind of light, but I'm so glad that I love it that like old people have sex drives and like are still active and like open to like try new things and you know, understand what they like and what they're interested in and like pursue it. That's really awesome.
So we just kept it a buck, we kept it 100. So sort of, for the most part, we
were kind of
seeing
a little shocked, but exactly. We were like, we've already got kind of a you know
thing,
closed thing,
and no thank you, and that was it. We just tried to keep it cool, you know. But it was.
But when we were
funny.
leaving, he said, so like I, you know, sang a couple songs and like, you know, we were all leaving and he was like, okay, so tomorrow we brought some like special gin from home and maybe before dinner tomorrow we can have gin and tonics. And I was surprised. I was like, oh, I thought we had been kind of clear that we were not interested. And I was like, we'll think about it. And he was like, okay, fair enough.
Exactly.
And then we spent the next day hiding from them. As we went back to the room, we were like, what? Oh my gosh. Like, I understand like why someone would be attracted to us, but I am surprised that he would think we would be interested in that.
Yeah. But you know, shout to
Which,
the thing. Like I
you
said,
know,
like
you miss every shot you don't take.
exactly.
You know, he obviously got another 40-year-old couple and a black couple he was talking about. I was like,
That's
I want to meet them to be a fly on that wall.
That's
But like,
insane.
no, actually, I don't want to have 1,000 eyes on that wall. Like, too many eyes. I don't want to see what's going on. But I do want to know how that came about.
That was wild, yo. But it was an interesting test too. It was an interesting challenge for us to articulate clearly, like, and we did, and yet it still missed the mark.
See,
a couple
we're
times.
really like, we really don't like, you know, causing undue harm, like anyone, I guess. You know, we don't like making people feel like undesirable or like unseen and letting people down, you know, but like, what you know, we like, it was really good for us to be like, okay, can we like, should we just hide from them the rest of the trip, or should we be like honest and you know, just be like, thank you, flattered, but like not into it. So we split the difference and we hid from them the rest of the trip. and
told them like, yeah, no, you know, we're good, thank you. We have
so he texted us
he's keeping
after when we got
he
home.
He was into business stuff, but he was really
he
on
was
that,
like,
man.
hey, sexy
But
people.
when we first got the number, the first time we met in the pool was when he asked to exchange numbers.
Yeah.
It was on some, we talked about work, we talked about all kinds of stuff, and he was like, sometimes we're up that way, and it was just a friendly thing at first. But then everything progressed. So then the first text we get from Son was, you know, hey, sexy people, just wanted you to know, you know, always down to come to Florida, come and visit us, and
let
us
shoot me your
know.
email.
Yeah.
I'll let you know the sites that we are on, like the websites
Yeah.
where they like find people, and we'll send you some RNX pics.
Yeah, RNX pics is
And
what
I
he
was
said.
like, what are RNX pics? Is it like prescription pics? And Billy was like, I think he means R-rated and X-rated pics. Because also, like, the dude texts like an old man, you know? He texts like your grandpa might text, you know? It just, like, misspelled and, like, you know, weird spacing and just, like...
Weird spacing.
I was just like, what? No. And so we could have... You know, it was another good exercise for us. Like, I was like, okay, we could just ghost and block this guy and not. But, or we could get practice in letting someone down firmly but gently.
Yeah.
You know,
So we
nice
so
little
we did that.
pat
We
on the
just
butt.
Said clearly what the deal was. Kind of reiterated.
Yeah,
what
we were
was
like
already
so
said,
flattered.
frankly.
But we don't see you in a sexual or romantic way, and we're not interested in a sexual or romantic relationship with you.
Right.
But like, good luck and like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I think we were even like, you know, and if we're in Florida, we'll let you know when we're, you know, come down your way. Obviously, we are not gonna fucking contact or contract fucking shit. Herb and Barb, like, oh my god, it was just.
Yeah.
And it was like okay, yo, we're really like resting nice face, like people want to talk to us, we want to talk to other people, but like we have to then get better at being like, want to talk to you but don't want to have a sexual
I think we're good. I think you know, if there was no threat or anything, like if he was just an
I could have
innocent,
easily
weird,
like
it was just an innocent weird interaction, but it was like it was funny, you know. And
it was we were so just taken aback. I think it was like, I was not prepared.
And we were also pretty honest, I think, the whole way through.
I think so.
So
I think we were like
and we treated it with care too. I think there's another way to do that kind of like really like goes in on
exactly is like mean and like, you know, I'm not gonna fault anyone for, you know, asking, you know, and whatnot. And I also want to emulate that kind of audacity with asking for what I want. I'm like, you know, creating the scenarios in which I'll you know, find pleasure and stuff. So I'm like, good for you, but like, oh no. Baby, this animation, holy shit. Okay, what was this? Nipples
Walking
aggressively. That is an aggressive ass
That's an aggressive
walk. I
right?
wonder what happened with that nipple. Where, like,
What happened to him?
what was going on? He was like, yo, I stayed out in the sun too long. I wore pasties because, like, you know, I wanted to protect that delicate fucking nipple skin. And now I'm, like, way too tanned.
I love that you went masculine pronoun with my dude.
Yeah.
I
Anyone
wasn't
can have
thinking
breasts.
that. I wasn't thinking that. Yeah.
Anyone can have breasts if you have been anywhere where men are, you know, without their shirts.
That's right.
It's like, oh, okay. So y'all can have your nipples out. That's how I knew it was a male nipple. Because they're allowed to walk outside with their nipples out.
True.
Man.
True.
Wow.
All right.
How progressive. Though in New York City, actually, women can walk around with your nipple out. With your breasts out. As it should be. It's just a body. It's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm in New York, I try to have my titties out. As is my right.
This is your right.
As is all of your rights. Free the nipple. Love that.
Facts, yo.
This can be like one of the like mascots for the Free the Nipple movement. A nipple walking aggressively towards freedom. Like,
that's right.
Ain't nothing in my way.
Ain't nothing in my way. Yeah. All right, let me just, I should have done this. Let's go. Scoop that down there. And then go here, pop that up there. And then go here. Just go up even further. And then this goes.
What are you doing?
I am now just getting the head to sync with the eyeball that I've just created on the nipple. Does the eyeball improve the nipple, you think? Or should I just leave it without the eyeball, yo? I'm making it
I don't think it needs it.
You don't think it needs it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just try this and then let's see here.
Though, you know.
Yeah, it takes it away. Now what is that? It's not
exactly.
a nipple anymore.
It looks like a circle with an eye wearing a little hat.
Exactly.
A little pink hat.
Let's get rid of that. All right. There we have it.
That nipple is guided by an innate sense of freedom.
Nipple walking aggressively. We've done it.
Towards freedom.
Yo. Have we done it?
I think so.
Is this the first episode?
Yeah. You know, I think usually it's going to be a Saturday morning cartoon if we can figure it out and get our act together in the morning. But like, yeah, I love just like chatting and like, you know, drawing and seeing how you do this shit. It's super cool, dude.
Yeah.
So good. So that took like fucking 30 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
So good.
I wonder how long we've been on here. Oh, an hour 24. Awesome.
Great.
We did it, baby.
We're
Thank
so
you.
good.
Good job. I love you.
Love you so much.
Um.
Anyway, guess see you next Saturday. See you next Saturday for Saturday morning cartoons.
Ding. We're gonna come up with the music and shit, but
Yeah.
it's coming together. All right.
Totally.
Peace.
Peace out. Let's have some outgoing music.
Stepped into the Mickey D's and well ordered. Well water. I smile at family videos recorded on a clunky heavy camcorder that captured the involuntary manslaughter. We used to love each other different, but more like used to love each other, isn't it? Aside from analyzing being a twin, I fantasize about different chicks I see at the gym. Now you could go on Spotify and listen to Prince. At least that's what scientists are teaching the chimps. Don't ask me why I'm always flipping the script. I'm only trying to prove I exist. My life is split up into blessings and distractions. I learn most of my lessons from infractions. Not everything is smoother since my girl is sugaring instead of waxing. All my decisions are addition or subtraction. My hood is famous for the multitude of accents. Charlie Villanueva and Speedy Claxton. And other folks you might have never heard about. But if you Google, you can learn about. You might not get it if you weren't around. Some info better spread by word of mouth. That's why my flame is never burning out. His eyes turning out.
I followed the Muppets cause of Gonzo. I follow the Lakers cause Alonzo. Surfing the cosmos, counting minutes in convos, sucking the filling out of combos. And off the glimpse what only God knows. Adios. Music industry dealing like the feeling of my tongue against a non-vote. Facing firing squad without a blindfold. Got emojis from my God folks. Couldn't see him cause I don't have an iPhone. Like, it's been forever since we even knew him. Let's send him some rectangles with X's through them. Whatever. Thought that counts. Pigeons never fly south. Sharks don't never lie down. See even better in the dark. My hope was famous for the gas tanks before the park. Queen Center and the McDowell's Golden Arcs. And other things you might have never heard about. But if you Google, you can learn about. You might not get it if you weren't around. Some info better spread by word of mouth. That's why my flame is never burning out. His eyes turning out.